I want you guys to watch another clip. See what Fubara is doing. See how they are disgracing a sitting governor. See, he arrived. The gate was locked. But he said he informed the speaker that he will be arriving to represent the 2025 budget. They locked the gate just to intimidate, just to harass, just to embarrass him. That's what we are saying. What the clip? Hello guys, have you seen it? This is what we are talking about. In Rivers State, it has been war after war against Simi Fubara. Have you seen it? Just because this man facilitated his becoming the governor of Rivers State, yet he doesn't want this man to breathe a fresh air. Fubara has been suffering since the inception of office, just because Fubara refused to cling to his whims and caprices. That is what he committed. Ever since, Wike doesn't want a sitting governor of a state to govern in peace. What kind of brigandage is this? What kind of razzmatazz is this? How long shall we continue to live this way? Meanwhile, just watch this little video and I'll come back and make some analysis of what I'm trying to talk about. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Hey guys, just watch this video and just watch how the governor of Rivers State, Simi Fubara, was locked out of Rivers State Assembly complex.
There are no security men.
Nobody to open it.
They left.
Bro.
Members of to comply with the Supreme Court judgment. Before my arrival, there's several attempts by phone call to reach the speaker and other members. I also gave a letter personally which was transmitted to the Honorable Speaker for this particular invitation. But it's unfortunate that at the gate, you can see that the place is completely sealed and there's no sign that anything is going to happen today. The reason why we're doing this, I've always said it, is the interest of...
So you've seen the clips of what happened. Fubara, based on what he said that he called the House Speaker, that is version of Wike based on Supreme Court judgment, to go and represent the budget, 2025 budget. On arrival, the gate was locked. I mean, the Rivers State Assembly complex gate was locked against a sitting governor of a state. Who is doing all these things? It's Wike. Wike wants to command all the political structures in Rivers State. You ruled for 8 years, you were made FCT minister in Abuja, and you are still trying to control a state just because you assisted Fubara to become governor of Rivers State. Have you seen it? He wanted the treasury in his pocket. But Fubara says, no, I've got people to govern. I've got people to assist. I've got things to do in the state. Why do you want to take all the money that is coming to Rivers State? That was the commencement of Fubara's trouble. Ever since then, Fubara has not breathed a fresh air. He has been muzzling with him with federal might just because he's FCT minister. If he had not been made minister, he would have had the audacity, the power to fight Fubara. Fubara will deal with him as a saving governor. Fubara is the chief executive officer of the state. So he can even decide to ask Wike not to come to River State again. But just because Wike is a friend to the federal government, he's using those instruments to harass and intimidate Fubara. So this is what we are saying. Recently, he got a court judgment from Supreme Court that gives one judgment today and gives another one tomorrow. So how can we maintain rule of law in that country? How can we maintain law and order if Supreme Court cannot stand and dish out a judgment that will be based and predicated on the rule of law? So I will say that the court is the cause of all these problems. Because Wike can easily rush to the High Court, to Appeal Court, to Supreme Court, and get whatever ruling he wants. And he will use that ruling to intimidate the person he's trying to finish. So this is complete assault and battery on the person of Mr. Governor Fubara. Fubara has seen Shege. How long shall Nigeria... You see, Wike is trying to replicate what Tinubu did in Lagos. But when Tinubu did it, it was a little bit okay. Tinubu used common sense and he was a chief strategist, to maneuver certain things in Lagos. But Wike is trying to use brigandage. He's trying to use executive overreach, judicial overreach, to intimidate, victimize, and harass Fubara to capitulation. This is what is happening. That is the clash of the titans, the clash of two kingmakers in the same state. So it's left for people from Rivers State to stand up and say enough is enough. You cannot continue to rule over Rivers State from Abuja as a minister. See what he's doing in Rivers State. There is no way Fubara can concentrate to govern his state because he's been distracted by all manners of forces that are fighting him to capitulation. Recently, Wike said that if Fubara is impeached, that heaven will not fall. That means there might be some clandestine clause to impeach Fubara. Since the Supreme Court judgment, it's very likely for him to be, because he's testing ground. He wants to know how people will react to the situation. He said that if Fubara is impeached today, that nothing will happen, that heaven will not fall. So he's beginning to test the ground to see how people will react if Fubara is finally impeached. Because he has the federal police in his hand, he has the military, the civil defense, everything as FCT minister, which ought not to be, but because he's a friend to the government. So using the instruments of government to punish Fubara. So it's only the people of Rivers State that will save the work and the life of Fubara in Rivers State. Only the people of Rivers State will stand to the occasion or rise to the occasion and say, we can't accept this. Let all the governors, all the past governors of Rivers State, Peter Dele, Amaha, Rotimi Amechi, come together and tell Wike that enough is enough. Before Wike became Rivers State governor, there were some people that assisted him to reach where he is today. So why is he trying to intimidate? Just because he's a friend to the federal government. That's what he's doing. Fubara is not resting on a daily basis. Fubara has seen hell out of his governance in Rivers State. He would have even preferred not to be a governor because he has been harassed, he has been victimized, he has been stigmatized on several occasions. How could you lock the gate of the legislative arm of the state in the presence of the governor, trying to bring him to a state of disrepute? It is very, very disrespectful to the person of the governor of a state. Don't look at Fubara, look at the office he occupies. It's an insult. These are coordinating branches of the government. The legislature, the executive, the judiciary. The head of the executive went to the legislative head office and it was locked in his presence. It's an embarrassment. If this thing continues, if it's not cutted, Nigeria may snowball into a level where everybody will need to behave like an eyebrow or tout. I stop here and have a good day.